Come from the land down under, where the sun is hot and bright, beaches cool and waves of thunder. Morning turns to golden night. So much there is to see, my friend, from the city to the shore. Grab a stool, we'll find an end to keep us wanting more. Down under's calling, can't you hear? Echoes in the breeze, feel the magic everywhere, in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, adventures wait around. Meet the world on a winding road in every little town. Oh, the land, it seems to me, with a tune as wild as sea, hands up high and voices free. Down under's where I'll be. Down under's calling, can't you hear?
G'day, folks. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Awesome to see you. Couple of things. First of all, let me get my volume up so that I can. There we go. Okay, so a couple of things going on right now. We're on 9 days away from a flight. We are 16 days away from a cruise. So, what's happening? Lots of exciting stuff. I'll talk about that shortly. Let's get into what's happening in the chat. Not a lot at the moment, but that's cool. We will get a whole host of people coming across. I did start on the touch of a little bit early. The good news is we're up and about. Okay, so couple of things. We did get our flight details today. So today is the 12th for those of you that are on our side of the pond. Those of you on your side of the pond, you're just starting your 12th of November. More importantly, not only are you starting, but you have just finished off your what we would have called Armistice Day, what you would have called your Vets Day. So and we call it Remembrance Day here. So first of all, I wanted to say to all the vets, thank you for your service. You guys are doing amazing, and you have done amazing. So thank you for giving us the most amazing lifestyle that we could ever have if it wasn't for your sacrifice. So we really appreciate it. Also, if anybody knows Raphael from Viso's Travel, Raphael Viso, please wish him happy birthday for yesterday, the 11th. It was his birthday. There you go. First things first, g'day, John and Nancy. 2003, how are you? Nice to hear you. And we are getting excited now that the flight is finalized and we've got everything organized. And your shutdown is almost over. G'day, Joe. How you going, buddy? Nice to see you. John is saying g'day to Joe. Joe, you come in for 2 seconds and then you leave. I'm beginning to feel like you don't like me, mate. But anyway, you're not staying, so yep, talk on the weekend. That's cool, buddy. We'll see you now, 2:00 on Saturday Arvo. For all of those that are on our side of the pond, 2:00 on Saturday Arvo. We can thank the Yanks for their time change, and we can thank the Aussies for our time change. I hate daylight saving with a passion. There we go. All right, I've said it. All right, mate. Thank you for coming in, and if you decide to come on back, great. If not, tell her I say good day. Okay, so we've gotten ourselves organised. We've got the flights. We've booked our seats. In actual fact, we booked our seats not only here, going from here to Los Angeles, but we've also got our connecting flight seats from LA to Miami. So that's going to be interesting. Certainly looking forward to the cruise. Certainly looking forward to meeting up with everybody. Too bad, John and Nancy, you guys, we won't get to see you. But hey, there's always next time. In the meantime, I want to just take the opportunity of having my coffee, my caffeine hit to all the servicemen that assisted us in getting us into a great lifestyle. So lest we forget, Mm. Ah, I haven't had one of those in ages. Anyway, John is saying all the nasty airports should be over by then. Yeah, absolutely. We believe so. Um, we only have the other. Oh my goodness me, technical stuff. Seriously, one thing I start talking about those the other side of the political sphere for you guys in the US, and my computer goes out in sympathy for that mob. I don't understand it. Anyway, we're back. Everything is good. We're operating. Okay, so first of all, we've got Nightbot on here. G'day, Nightbot. Nightbot would like to say thank you to all of those who donated to Helping Hands for Cruising. Please continue to give so that we're going to have more recipients joining us on our next cruise. You know what the good news is? With basically, we've got Dan coming and joining us. Dan Molan, I think his name is, coming and joining us on the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. If it wasn't for donations, he wouldn't be there. Um, John, yes, in actual fact, if you come on down, you will get to meet not only myself and Ilana again and my cousin, but my mom is going to be here. I'm letting out the, well, I'm letting it out. My mom is going to be here, as well as my son and my sister and her partner are all going to be in Fort Myers for that time for that time frame. So really exciting, getting to see the whole family. Possibly we might end up with seeing some of my cousin's kids. So it's going to be a real family reunion. And then, of course, we've got the cruise. So that's going to be exciting. We're definitely looking forward to the opportunity. What can I say? Mm, okay. So, g'day, Jonesy. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. Great show you had. That guest of yours was a bit of a whitewash, but hey, it was a great show you had. Yeah, I'm only stirring. It will be a great family gathering, John. I'll tell you what. There's a bit of bittersweet there. It may be. It's a good opportunity to get to meet the whole family, but also the trip has been an amazing one for my mum. Because for some of them, it'll be the last time she ever gets to see them. So, for example, she's in the UK currently. Well, she's actually in Spain right now, but she's in the UK at the moment, and she was spending time with her 92-year-old cousin who she hadn't seen in 50 years. So that was rather amazing for them to get together. Rather touching. Um, Jonesy is saying thanks for dropping by, mate. It was my absolute pleasure. Certainly, we had a great chat about music and about Aussie music, for that matter. And yeah, people, you need to go and check out Radio Jonesy. He's got an amazing channel, plays some amazing music, and also Jonesy's a wealth of Aussie music information. You really need to get to talk with him. There's only one thing wrong with him. He does live in Tasmania. No, Tasmania is a gorgeous place, and we'll actually get to go there and have a look see. But you actually need to go and check out Jonesy and see what he's got. All right. Question: where are we today? If you've had a look at the thumbnail, have a look. Tell me where you think we might be. Which part of Australia? Um, Too bad Joe came in and left, because I don't think he actually knows where we are. But have a look and tell me where you think we are, in which part of Australia. And maybe I might be able to get some info about it. Give me a second. I'll just bring up um, Safari, and There we go. It'll come up and give me all the info I need to know. Yep. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that for the minute, and we'll come back to it a little later on. Yes. Anyway, so Nightbot says, welcome to the fun with the Down Under Cruisers. Please support the channel so that we can support Helping Hands for Cruising. Now, the website for Helping Hands for Cruising is helpinghandsforcruising.org. It's got the number 4 in there. And the website for the Down Under Cruisers is the downundercruisers.com. Coming to both. There's lots of info in both. The vlogs are great. You'll get to see. Anyway, let's take this to the next step. So, next step that we're looking at is, okay, so if you're in the Down Under Cruises YouTube channel, hashtag duck, all in lowercase, DUC, and that should drop your link. So you drop that, you'll get your link. If you're in the Helping Hands for Cruising YouTube channel, it's HH4C. So hashtag HH4C, the number 4C, and that'll get your link brought up. So there you go. All right. So where are we today? Which part of Australia? Okay. So we did get our phone call early this morning from Bruce to say, hey, here's your booking number, your confirmation details. So we filled in the confirmation details and we actually picked our seats on the aircraft. We're flying in on Qantas's A380 into LAX. We're so looking forward to it, and we're certainly having an opportunity whereby, we can get it done. Fly in and have some fun. So we're flying into LAX, and then we're taking on American Airlines. We're flying with a 777 from LAX and landing in Miami. And then from then on, it's a bit of a trek down to my cousin's place, which is going to be amazing. We're going to have lots of fun, good time in the sun. We're going to meet up with some people who were with us on the last cruise. The last cruise we had Dewey Ski with us. We had, and so, John, you're missing out on meeting a couple of people. We had Dewey Ski with us. We had Crystal Senzik, and we had Michael-Ann, Callum, they were with us on the last cruise. Unfortunately, people like Dewey and Rafael Viso and all of them will not be joining us, unfortunately, but we will have Kenny on the cruise. Kenny is coming with us on this cruise, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. Some of the other recipients were threatening. Jen Cohen is going to be with us. And we've got roughly about 53 people coming, which is more than we had last time. Last time we had about 32. This time we got 53. So we're slowly expanding, and there we go. G'day, Radio Jonesy. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. Thank you for that. By the way, folks, if you go on either channel, the Down Under Cruises or Helping Hands, please hit the like. If you're not already a member, please sub. We need the numbers. We need all the numbers in everything. And there we go. Yes, John, it is going to be a good crew. We're going to have lots of fun. We're going to have this time, even though we are organising, I've got a lot of help this time. So this time we will be able to have a look, check out Miami a little bit. We're going in a little bit early. We're getting in on Thanksgiving Day into Miami because we're going to spend a bit of time with my cousin. And then Thanksgiving Day, we're going to head out to Miami and spend some time there, get people in. I know my son's going to be flying into Miami on Thanksgiving Day. So we've got to take care of him, go and pick him up from the airport and get him settled in the hotel and all that sort of stuff. So, lots of exciting things happening. Lots of exciting things going on. The total flight, so it's 14 hours Melbourne to LAX, and then it's another 4, I believe. So we're traveling about 17, 18 hours. Unlike my mum, when she flew from here to Heathrow, She went from Melbourne to Perth, which is a 4-hour flight. And then from Perth to Heathrow is 17 hours. Can you believe it? 17 hours in the air. That plane must have loved every second coming down. There you go. On tour with Radio Jonesy, welcome aboard. It doesn't look like Melbourne. No, it's not Melbourne, mate. It's not Melbourne. We've already done Melbourne, but no, it's not Melbourne. Okay. So, yeah, it's going to be a very long flight, but we're looking forward to it. Ilana and I will be together, so that's the important bit. Flying in on a big bird. Man, you know what? It's one thing looking at ships and going, bloody hell, these things can actually float. But it's another thing getting in a piece of aluminium and going, bloody hell, this thing can actually fly. And more importantly, not only can it fly, but it gets you from A to B safely. And that's really the big thing. Anyway, so yeah, we'll be out of Melbourne in exactly 9 days. Funny, you travel 14 hours and you get into LAX. We get there roughly about 3 hours after we took off. Incredible. Anyway, that's crazy. And yes, we've got sunlight all the way through, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think we've got sunlight all the way through. Oh, it is what it is. Anyway, cheers, guys. Let me give you a bit of a heads up on this place, Jonesy. I might give you some hints, and anybody else who's in the chat. So the place that we're looking at is a major regional city in the state of Victoria. It's a major regional city. That's all I'm going to give you for the minute. The more I tell you, the more you're going to go, oh, I know where that is. That is, okay, a major regional city. Let me see. Can I give you the population? Let me see. Can I give you the population? It's got a rich heritage, very rich. But let's see if I can give you... we'll come back with some info a little later on about it. Let me see. All right. Let me see. What happens if I press this button? What's it going to give me? Okay. It has a population of 121,000. There we go. That's enough for the minute. Has a rich history, and yeah, it's awesome. Okay, so I'll leave it at that for the minute, and then we can come back a little later on and talk more about it. Okay, so yeah, so the flight will be going on. We'll be going on the Qantas A380. We then land in LAX. We then go on an American Airlines 777. We are looking forward to it because, hey, when we get into Miami, there's going to be a load of fun. We've actually got, okay, well, then that gives it away. Must be Ballarat. No, it's not Ballarat. Jonesy, it's not Ballarat. Nice try, though, but it is not Ballarat. Similar history, though. Anyway, so we've got a whole lot of, for those that may or may not be lucky enough to go on the tour with us, on the cruise with us, you'll find there will be a whole lot of activities that we've got going. G'day, Lorraine. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. I hope everything's going well. I hope you're out of hospital. Yeah, I hope everything's going okay. Where are we today in Australia? It's not Ballarat. It's not Melbourne. Okay, so yeah, so some of the activities that we've got set, we will be having the meetup on the 28th, which is the Friday night before the cruise. We've got people coming from all over the place for the meetup, and some people, a couple of cruiseathons ago, some people put their hands in their pocket and spent $250 to see me consume some Hafner's beer out of a shoe. Well, I can tell you now the shoe has been packed. It is sitting in the suitcase right now as we speak. Yeah, the alcohol will be organized the other side of town when we get into that side of the world, the ocean. And yeah, now some of the excursions that we're doing as a family, we're going to be doing we've organized a tour group to pick up the family in, where are we? I think it'll be the first stop. At any rate, we'll be. I don't even remember the places we're going to. Well, I'm just going to go and have some fun. But we've got a family excursion booked for that, and then that'll be us getting into a bus, taking us around to all the hotspots, and then bringing us back in, and yeah, back onto the ship, and should be great. It's going to be a nice trip for the whole family to be together. So that's going to be awesome. Also, we've organised some paid restaurants as well as part of our package. So that's going to be great with a family together. And there's some other activities that we as a crew need to do for helping hands. So there we go. Really, the benefit of this particular cruise is to attempt to raise as many funds as we possibly can on the cruise from other cruises. Yeah, if we can, that's great. If we can't, well, so be it. Lorraine is saying that she's doing great. That's awesome. Glad to hear it. Jonesy, you reckon it's Bendigo? Well, let's see. Well, we'll go through some more a little later on. G'day, Michael Ann. What are you doing up at this hour of the morning? I know this is way, way, way past your bedtime. Look, maybe it's way past your bedtime, but way before your wake-up time. Anyway, Michael Ann, looking forward to catching up with you in 16 days. All right. So what is Jonesy saying? Jonesy is saying Bendigo, Victorian Goldfields World Heritage. Bendigo's history is defined by its rapid growth as a major gold field in the 1850s, transforming from a series of mining camps into a formal settlement. Mate, you're tempting the fates, and yeah, you might be close. It was not Ballarat, which was also a gold mining place. So there you go. Oh no, not you too. Caught a respiratory infection from your son, coughed yourself awake. Goodness me, that's not good. Now, Michael Ann, we know that Jen is currently in the hospital. They don't know what's wrong with her properly, so she's gone in and they are doing some more work on her tests and acting as a pincushion. I'm certainly hoping that Jen is well enough to come and join us on the cruise. So yeah, speedy recovery to Jen. Michael Ann, speedy recovery as well. I hope you knock that infection right out of your body. And 16 days to a cruise, what can I say? 16 days. Okay, Jonesy, I'm going to put you out of your misery. It is Bendigo. Well done. More importantly, Bendigo was one of the top gold producing areas along with Ballarat. That whole area is full of gold mines. Yikes, that's no fun. You're right, Lorraine, that is no fun. As I was saying, Bendigo is a town that has 121,000 inhabitants. It is a regional city. It is based in the state of Victoria, which is where we live. We live in the state of Victoria. Bendigo also is roughly about a 2 hour drive, approximately 150 kilometres northwest of Melbourne. It's the third most populous city in the in regional Victoria, and is a major economic hub for the surrounding area. So it's situated in the geographic centre of Victoria. It's right in the middle within the Murray-Darling Basin. The city is set in a fertile valley surrounded by natural bushland, leading to it being called a city within a forest. Climate, it's generally quite a nice climate. It does experience 4 seasons in a day. Warm, dry summers and an average of 29 degrees C. Winters, it'll go down to an average of 12 degrees C. So it is full of a whole host of beautiful landmarks and vintage buildings and architecture, but also has the vintage trams. Bendigo is renowned for its trams. And some of the art and culture there. One of the Aboriginal tribes lives fairly close to there, so it has a very, very significant cultural. It is a significant cultural attraction that goes to Bendigo. There we go. Bendigo is actually a huge place. Got a huge Chinese community. Because the Chinese community actually went there in the initial stages to the attraction was gold. So they celebrated at the Golden Dragon Museum details, and the Golden Dragon Museum details the Chinese history. The Chinese had it really tough in Bendigo. Anyway, enjoy the pictures of the fair town of Bendigo in the background. All right, let's have a look. Michael Ann is saying, hopefully we'll kick this in a few days. It's all right. All you got to do is just give it to Crystal. She'll kill me for saying that. Jones is saying the city is known for being one of the world's richest gold fields with extensive deep-level quartz reef mining. Its growth was supported by the establishment of municipal government. Oh, look who's just popped in. I have to say this. This person is rather important here because
Okay, what?
Listen, Linda, good morning. How are you? Nice to have you on board. Michael Ann is saying g'day to her, and also Linda saying g'day to Michael Ann. It's renowned for its gold rush in Australia. Now, Australia at one point, actually, Bendigo and Ballarat were the two most richest cities in Australia at one point, because that's where all the gold was. And then eventually it all got moved down to Melbourne and made Melbourne Australia's capital for about 25 minutes until Canberra was built, because Sydney got all jealous the fact that Melbourne was capital of Australia. Anyway, Linda is saying she's okay. How are you? We're all good. We're all good. Getting excited because we'll be on a plane in 9 days. Get on a plane out of Melbourne on Saturday the 22nd. We'll be flying out, headed LAX way. All right. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series that we've got. Where are we today? Giving you ideas of what's in different places around Australia. We have travelled to Tasmania. We went to Burnie. We've been to a whole host of other places like Adelaide. I think I've shown you Adelaide's balls. Adelaide does have balls. Nice set of balls too. I think I've shown you Sydney, Brisbane, and a couple of other places. And Kangaroo Island was the week before last. Linda is saying, oh, that is exciting. Yes, we will be headed your way. Jonesy has gone with the hashtag duck. And what do you know, folks? There is Radio Jonesy's link. Please go and check it out. You'll be enjoying some of the music and some of the other information that Jonesy has got. All right, so as I said, we will be headed out on the big cruise. There are a number of people that will be coming off a cruise, and the minute they come off the cruise, they'll be racing down to our side of the port to say good day before we actually head on board the ship. So there you go. So people like Bill Armstrong. Who else? I believe there's going to be quite a few people there. I know that the meetup is going to be exciting because with the meetup, not only are we going to be watching me consume a shoey, but also we will be having some awards given on that day. It'll be the Gary Krebs Award. A couple of people will be graced with winning that award. It will be absolutely amazing. Radio Jonesy's coming with his hashtag duck, and what do you know? There is that's his second channel. Go ahead, check that out. I think you'll like it. And there you go. Jonesy's come up with all the emojis. I love it when Jonesy comes up with his emojis. But there you go. Go and check him out. Okay, so some of the activities. Apparently, we've got a bar crawl. Lorraine saying good day to Jonesy. Apparently, we've got a bar crawl now. This will be a real first. I don't know of anywhere else on any other ship where a bar has actually crawled around a ship. Yeah, shut up, Shaun. What a dumb, stupid little joke. Seriously. How on earth can a bar crawl? Hey, how the hell can that happen? Seriously. Okay, so, yep. So we've got the bar crawl. Yep, okay. We will also be having an opportunity where we've just got to finalize it, and we'll do that when we actually get on board the ship. We've got an opportunity to meet up with the cruise director and hopefully the captain. So that's going to be interesting. And we've already put in our questions, so he knows exactly what questions we've got to do. So there you go. G'day Tasmania ASMR. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Lorraine has asked, Jonesy, you need to do a series of Haunted Tassie. Okay. And there we go. There is Jonesy's link, Tasmania ASMR, to the stream, and please connect with him on that link. Yeah, sorry, wrong account. Well, you did it, mate. You did it. There you are. It's on, and people are going to check it out. See what happens? Yes, good idea. Go and check it out. Check it out. Lots of exciting things. Anyway. So we're definitely looking forward to the cruise. We're getting an opportunity at the meetup beforehand to meet the band in person. Now, I can quite honestly say that I do know that Dewey, John from JNN, and his lovely wife Nancy, also, so I said Dewey, Michael Ann, and Crystal, they all have legs. It's not just the bust up. They do have legs, which is really exciting, because I was wondering how people got around. Yes, I know. Yep, there we go. And maybe if I put more coins in, the jokes might get better. But yeah, so they will. So I will get to meet them, and I also know that we'll get to meet people like Ross and his lovely lady Donna, and we're going to have a good time there. Bruce was going to join us on the cruise. Bruce currently has got some medical issues that he's dealing with, and so we are a little bit worried whether or not we'll actually get to see him, as well as Jen. So we're definitely looking forward to having those people join us on board the cruise, if they can. Jonesy is saying that, yes, haunted areas in Tassie. Lorraine wants you to do a special, a video special of them. All right, Tasmania Island Life. What do you know? There it is. Tasmania Island Life has done the hashtag duck. There they are. Welcome aboard. Jonesy, please go and check out their channel. I think you'll love it. Okay, a few nightbots. I'm going to skip over the nightbots. Lorraine is saying she's heard of a castle, church, and sanitarium. Okay, so Port Arthur. Port Arthur is in Tasmania. That place has got a bit of ghostliness going on around it. In actual fact, Port Arthur was the place that actually got Australia to ban automatic weapons. So you will not find a military style automatic weapon out there. You might find a shotgun or something else, but you will not find a paramilitary weapon in Australia other than in the control of the military organisations, right? Port Arthur is actually there was a guy. He went in with a weapon and just opened fire. Was one of the blackest days of Australian history. So, his surname was Bryant. I think it was Richard Bryant was his name. And he's still spending time at right now. It used to be Her Majesty's Leisure. It is now His Majesty's Leisure. So there you go. Okay, so so NCL have actually been fairly good to us. We've got the band's getting all prepped. We'll have all the band equipment brought to us when we board the ship. The band equipment will then be put on board the ship, and we will then have to take care of it. We will be sailing out the first day. There will be a meetup at Spice H2O that evening for all the people on board so that we can say, g'day, how you going, all that kind of stuff. And then what's going to happen after that is on the next day, it's the first sea day. So we will start a scavenger hunt. Now, I know, Lorraine, if you remember, Dewey created a scavenger hunt on the first sea day. Well, he's doing the same thing for us, the scavenger hunt around the ship. And then after that, we've got Foreign Journey playing to the general crowd, and hopefully Foreign Journey will get people to click on their QR code and obviously get people to donate to the charity. So that's going to be absolutely amazing, and we're looking forward to that. The next thing is there are a whole lot of other activities that will be happening. Again, like I said, we've got the bar crawl. We'll have a group dinner. We'll have, not only will we have a group dinner, but we'll also have a cabin crawl if we can manage it. We've got a shot glass exchange. So a whole host of things that we're looking forward to getting happening. So it's going to be awesome. Lorraine is saying, yes, it was very fun. We did have a great time. And that scavenger hunt was amazing. A Red Cross heart. So love the idea. Good on you, Jonesy. Thank you for that. John will say your cabin will be quite crowded with all those instruments being stored there. Yeah, no, it's going to be even more crowded because we'll actually put it on the balcony. Yeah, we got a balcony cabin. Too bad your cousins will not be attending. We were hoping your cousins would attend, but yeah, no. For those that don't know, John and Nancy from J&N Travels do have some very interesting cousins. They did come with us on the inaugural in 2022 on the Carnival Horizon. A lot has changed since then, let me say. A lot has changed. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're certainly looking forward to it. Not that I'll be getting much of a rest, but it will be a great rest and it'll be a good time to catch up with people and just schmooze. And yeah, if we can raise more funds, we can. There will be the inaugural I-125. The person, and we've already got all the certificates printed up here, which is going to be amazing. We're going to have a first, second, and third participant for the go-kart racing that's going to be on board the cruise. So person who gets around first will win, and then obviously second and third. So there you go. John is saying cousins are thinking about crashing you. Welcome party. Please let them come on down. It'd be nice to see them. I know that the Aussie one will be. Well, he did mention to me, your Aussie cousin did mention to me that he was interested in catching up with you, but obviously you still don't want to talk to him. So whatever foribbles are going on between you and your family, I don't want to get involved, but your Aussie cousin is interested in catching up. So maybe you might lower your barrier and have a chat with him. Maybe you won't. I'm hoping you do, because he's actually not a bad bloke. Although the resemblance is striking, you know. We're actually going to visit him at his work in 2026. Around about December of 2026, we're actually going to go and visit him at Australia Zoo. So it'll be absolutely awesome to see him in his natural habitat. Yeah. Apparently, he was very friendly with Steve Owen at one point. So that's probably while Steve Owen was still alive. Jonesy is saying he keeps typing the story, but it doesn't show you. Which story is that, mate? Unless you got it in Messenger or something. No, there's nothing in Messenger, so I don't know, Jonesy. John is saying we are going to try to reunite for your next group cruise. Mate, that will be absolutely fantastic. Martin Bryant. Thank you, Jonesy. I knew somebody would correct me. Martin Bryant, not whatever I said. Martin Bryant. Yep, he's he did create a whole lot of havoc because the then Prime Minister, a man by the name of, I see his face. Oh my God, I'm having a senior moment. Is one of the longest serving Prime Ministers of Australia, second to Bob Hawke. He was on the other side of the political spectrum. But at any rate, he took it upon himself to actually ban automatic weapons, and as a result, guns per se are not welcome in Australian society right now. You need to have special licenses and all sorts of stuff. Martin Bryant did kill 35 people and wounded 23 others. I actually did have one of those survivors come into one of my training sessions, and he did fill us in on the whole story. It was rather sickening, to say the least. And interestingly enough, that was the section we were talking about. Are you okay? And if you've been a recipient of a weapon like that, I can tell you a lot of people were suffering severe PTSD as well as other issues. John Howard, that's right. Thank you very much, John Z. You and I help each other there. Prime Minister John Howard pressured the states to adopt the gun law proposals made in a report of the 1988 National Committee on Violence as the National Firearms, and there's more to come. So, in actual fact, that's the time when bans were made and people were willingly selling their weapons to the government, to the federal government, and they were destroyed in public. Whole host of guns, and you could see a lot of people absolutely distraught. But we do not have as strong a lobby with the firearms people here as you do in the US. G'day, Jimmy. Welcome aboard. Uncle Skugga, nice to have you here. What's up? Guys, have you been listening to Uncle Skugga's radio? You got to listen to Uncle Skugga radio. It's a whole host of music put on by Uncle Skugga that is his own or all original music. Written and played for by Uncle Skugga or by his offshoot Jimmy, Uncle Skugga's alter ego Jimmy. It's actually a great radio station because you can listen and you can also learn a lot. He put out the news as well, a whole host of things. All right, Jonesy is saying he introduced a national firearms agreement with the states and territories to ban pump-action, automatic and semi-automatic weapons and implemented a compulsory gun buyback scheme funded by the taxpayer. By a taxpayer levy. So that was it. They bought back all the weapons and destroyed them. And truth be known, what does anybody need an M16 in their house for? Okay, you can have a shotgun to go and shoot the pesky ducks or the roos or whatever the case might be that might be causing an issue, or to go and feed your family. That's one thing, but don't. There's no requirement for a fully automatic or a military style piece of equipment. Seriously. So a lot of things are considered weapons these days. Even a katana, the Japanese sword, you got to have a permit to carry that, or a permit to own it, actually. So let's get back to sailing. Good on you, Jonesy. Thank you for the info. You helped me out immensely. Okay, so what about machetes? Jimmy, we're trying to stay away from the machetes. The government is saying, you can donate your machetes, but I don't know what person would. Anyway, let's talk about cruising. For those that do or do not know, a couple of things are happening. Not only do we have the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise coming up in 16 days, but in a year's time, we will have a land-based event. We know that event is going to be held at Port Huron. And then in 2028, we have another cruise coming up. Now, before then, in April of next year, April 2026, Gabby will be going on her inaugural cruise. Hosted by Ocean to Ocean Travel, but is being supported by Helping Hands for Cruising. So that's going to be an amazing cruise. They are going on the Carnival Horizon and they are doing the ABCs. So Aruba, Bonaire and Curacao. Now, in the Carnival Horizon, we went to Aruba and Bonaire, have not done Curacao, unfortunately. Next, the Down Unders will be having a cruise called the Down Unders Great Barrier Reef. That will be falling over New Year's Eve 2026 going through to 2027. So it sails out on the 29th of December 2026 We'll have New Year's Eve at sea and come back into Brisbane back on the 4th of January so that we can hightail it back home and get things happening. So that's that. Then in March of 27, Down Under, we will be doing from Melbourne, Adelaide, Port Lincoln, Kangaroo Island, Adelaide, and back into Melbourne. So that's going to be a good 5-6 day cruise. Then currently being planned is a cruise in 2028 going out of possibly Miami, possibly, I don't know, somewhere in Florida. We haven't got the full itineraries yet, but we will get those shortly. And that cruise will be there to commemorate and to honor vets and also first responders. So that's going to be an amazing cruise. We'll come back to you with more details with that one. And then we've got another cruise that we're in the works of booking. This one's going to be Down Under. It is, we're trying to have New Year's Eve 2029 in Sydney, watch the fireworks. 2030, within the first couple of days after 2030, jumping a ship and going to see either New Zealand or the South Pacific. We personally would prefer the South Pacific. So we'd be looking at places like Vanuatu, Fiji, New Caledonia, that sort of stuff. So that's going to be our amazing cruise happening there. We currently have interest from a number of people in the U.S., so it's rather doable. Come and do it, guys. Jonesy is saying good day to Jimmy, which is awesome. Hey, Jimmy, what is it, 170 days since your rebirth? I call it a rebirth because he had a transplant. Jimmy had a transplant, and he's really working on the up and up. So, give us a heads up there, Jimmy. That'd be awesome. So that's the list of all the cruises that we've got planned, all the activities that we've got planned. Most of those will be in association with Helping Hands. So that's going to be amazing. I actually have to get my butt into gear and get things sorted for the charity Down Under. We are a registered charity in the US. All we need to do is get registered here in Oz as well, and we will be home and hosed. Everything will be working in the right direction. So, cheers. Here's to all the vets for yesterday, for Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. Rafael Visa, when you listen to this in the replay, happy birthday. For all the cruises that we've got coming up, cheers. And I need a sip. Yes, Jimmy, best sip of the day. Now, for those that are interested, the Astute Tourist will be coming up at 6 a.m. Eastern for those on the other side of the pond. For those on our side of the pond, that is 10 p.m. our time here. If you're awake, if you decide to stay up, go on, have a look at Jimmy. He'll be doing his Hump Day show, hopefully, along with Kenny, if he hasn't blown out his bathroom. I believe possibly there'll be maybe Denise will be up there, and also Scott from Controversial Cruising. They'll all be up there. So anyway, folks, I'm going to call it quits. We've got 7 minutes to go before the hour. I'm going to call it quits because I want to get myself all sorted. We've got a few things that we need to organise for the next 9 days so that we can get on board that ship and not have any stress, or on that plane, I should say, and not have any stress. Hope you've had a great show today. Look forward to catching up with you guys on the weekend. That'll be Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern for the US followers, and for those on our side of the pond, 2 p.m. on Saturday Arvo. Come and join us, folks. We will have an amazing day. Have a good night, a good day. May everything work out well for you. Take care. Please be safe. And see you around the traps. Take it easy. Have fun.
Come from the land down under, where the sun is hot and bright, beaches cool and waves of thunder. Morning turns to golden night. So much there is to see, my friend, from the city to the shore. Grab a stool, we'll find an end to keep us wanting more. Down under's calling, can't you hear? Echoes in the breeze, feel the magic everywhere in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, adventures wait around. Meet the world on a winding road in every little town. Oh, the land, it seems to me, with a tune as wild as sea, hands up high and voices free.